afternoon and a warm welcome to UBC Lunchtime News. It is the 27th day of March 2021. I'm Lauryn, Masika Kazimoto, here to bring you today's bulletin. Now we'll start off with our first headlining story. This afternoon, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda has encouraged all Ugandans to embrace the COVID-19 vaccination exercise to minimize chances of contracting the virus. Dr. Lauryn, who foresees a possibility of the COVID-19 vaccination becoming a requirement for international travel, allays fears of the vaccine being harmful. He made these remarks shortly after taking his first dose of the vaccination at the office of the Prime Minister in Kampala.
The mid-morning of Friday started as an ordinary working day as always at the office of the Prime Minister. It was spiced by the bold step taken by the Prime Minister, Dr. Lauryn, to prevent the spread of coronavirus in Uganda. Leading by example, he got vaccinated against the virus, clearly indicating that the speed of the captain is the speed of the team.
Many of you are here because of a successful immunization program, because measles, whooping cough, pertussis, and other common diseases could not touch you because we are protected. COVID is a serious problem. It's a problem with us. It's taking many people in Uganda, in East Africa, and in the world. Therefore, we should combine efforts to defeat it, and defeating it involves following the SOPs and getting vaccinated.
Other than preach water and drink wine, the step taken by the Prime Minister is an assurance that the AstraZeneca vaccine is safe for human use.
I must say, physically I feel fine, and number two, I feel safer, that I'm now strengthened to fight COVID in case it comes. So it's an important protective mechanism.
This is confident to the extent that he foresees a situation where the COVID-19 vaccination card may become an international travel requirement.
It will not surprise me if it becomes a requirement almost globally. Yeah. But in Europe, it is already a major issue under discussion.
To join him in this pursuit was the Minister for General Duties, Mary Karoro Okurut, and Government Chief Whip, Ruth Nankabirwa. Both described the exercise as smooth and a journey to safety against the virus.
It has been a coincidence that as we prepare to take our MPs-elect to Chankwanzi, there is this vaccination exercise.
It is such requirement for safety that recently elected NRM members of Parliament will have to undergo before attending the upcoming retreat in Chankwanzi.
If you are not vaccinated, you will not be in Chankwanzi. Why do you mix with people who have been vaccinated? First of all, currently the sitting MPs are being vaccinated. Even if it wasn't for Chankwanzi, these incoming MPs who are supposed to be vaccinated, all of them.
Vaccination against COVID-19 started officially on 10th March 2021 with health workers leading the way. It has since been rolled out to other vital organs of the state, including army, police, prisons, and parliament, among others. Henry Okurut, UBC.
The journey to safety and also leading by example. So we encourage all Ugandans to go and get vaccinated. Well, moving on, government has been applauded by residents of Masaka for constructing a state-of-the-art road they expect to use profitably. The Masaka-Bukakata 41-kilometer road construction was started in 2019 and is now witnessing final touches ahead of the official handover.
Since time immemorial, this Masaka-Bukakata road has been maram, with this affecting all spheres of life of those in the vicinity. But now, under the National Resistance Movement government, the 41-kilometer road that links Kalangala district at Bukakata landing site is a first-class tarmac road.
It has threefold. One, this road should be used for economic empowerment and household income of our people. This road should be used to transport goods and services to the market. There is no reason now why you should hesitate to go into production, because it will take you the most shortest possible to reach your products in the market. Therefore, it's time now to work that you get items that can pass through the road.
The Masaka Resident City Commissioner Fred Bamwini, however, issues a stern warning to the public that has engaged in theft of materials that is derailing the construction.
As we end this contract, still there are some maringaras who have been misusing and stealing road equipment, like aggregates, like maram itself, like cold tar, like siphoning fuel, like cement, like iron bars, which may compromise the quality of work. Therefore, for us as security agencies, we have already put up our teams together. Any person we find in this kind of mischief activities will be arrested and taken to courts of law.
The road that also stretches to Lambu landing site has been constructed by Arab Contractors Uganda Limited amidst major challenges like increased water levels that caused major delays.
But this the road is almost done. People are moving very well. It takes almost just 20 minutes for people to move from Nyendo to the ferry. And the most challenges we faced on this road were the weather. The weather was so challenging.
Such infrastructure developments are just a few of what government is achieving to enable the public benefit as they engage in income-generating activities like trade.
The Diocese of Ankole has embarked on a project in form of a retirement package for the religious leaders who retire from active church service. Upon completion of the pension project, each church minister will be earning at least 300,000 Uganda shillings per month. Take a look.
Ankole Diocese is constructing a 5-storied commercial structure in the heart of Mbara city to benefit retired church ministers. The money collected monthly shall support the retired clergy, bishops, and lay leaders to have a comfortable life. This comes after Diocese Son Bishop, Reverend Dr. Sheldon Mwesigwa, identified financial problems of retired church ministers during their retirement and decided to initiate this project.
When they retire, they become poorer and poorer. So this project will help those people who go for retirement to be benefiting from this project. In it, we have bank halls in it. Then we have restaurants and hotels. We have supermarkets.
Ankole Bishop Sheldon Mwesigwa says providing support to the church ministers and workers when they are off active church to minimize expenditure on non-profitable things, but also think of projects which can sustain and ensure the future of the church and those who worked for it is secured.
I think one of the things which helped me also, I was a civil servant, I was a teacher, so I was on pension. I even got an early retirement. I'm a pensioner here. So it opened my eyes to say, really, when people retire, they need to have something to depend on.
Other projects are the Mothers Union 5-storied mall, and a child's church. The diocesan projects include a diocesan commercial buildings, the diocesan museum, the diocesan Millennium Circle, radio station, and the university. Mutonyi Hilda, UBC.
Lwemiaga Member of Parliament Theodore Sechkubo has officially broken the silence by announcing his bid for Deputy Speakership of the 11th Parliament. Sechkubo asserts that with his long-term experience as Member of Parliament, his choice for Deputy Speakership is not by coincidence, but rather readiness to steer forward the Honourable House.
I want colleagues, members of parliament, to look at me and judge me by my deeds.
The race for both Speaker and Deputy Speaker in the coming 11th Parliament is gaining momentum on a daily basis.
Yes, that's true. I've joined the race. I'm contesting for the post and position of the Deputy Speaker of Parliament. We're aware that Honourable Jacob Olanya, the incumbent Deputy Speaker, is seeking his opportunity and has left the seat vacant.
Whereas many refers to the battle between the current Speaker and his deputy for speakership post as interesting, the Deputy Speaker's race is also a must-watch.
My colleagues, members of Parliament, will agree with me and will trust me and offer me the opportunity to offer my skills, expertise, experience, and serve in that position, serve my party, the NRM, but serve my country, Uganda.
Lwemiaga County Member of Parliament, Theodore Sechkubo, while announcing his deputyship bid, fronted some of his credentials on which he intends to sail.
We're aware that it requires maturity, it requires a balanced person. You have to be balanced if you want to be the Deputy Speaker of Parliament. And most importantly, I have the required experience, as I was in Parliament both during the movement system and now under the multi-party political system.
As to whether he will withstand the propaganda of religion, region and party, Sechkubo is not moved by what he refers to as cheap talk.
It is very unfortunate that we are reducing the competition to regions. But even as a Member of Parliament, and I've exhibited this very well, as a Member of Parliament you have the national platform, the platform to talk about matters of public importance.
Having withstood the past political storms as a legislator, Sechkubo openly finds space for Kadaga in his heart.
I think I would be dishonest if I don't declare that I'm in that parliament because of Kadaga. At a time when I was denounced by my party and Justice Kavuma, Kadaga stood and said, no, these are my members. And even when we were chased from the party's seats, Right Honourable Kadaga offered us seats in front of her.
Although the NRM party decision for the speakership and their deputy is not yet out, Sechkubo believes nothing will deter him from pursuing his dream.
I'm aware that the NRM caucus hasn't sat and deliberated on the candidatures of those vying for the Speaker and Deputy Speaker. But I would like to allay fears of my colleagues that this time around I have no issues whatsoever with my party. I have no any disciplinary case, no any disciplinary proceedings, not any pending disciplinary matter against me. I come with clean hands.
The deputy speakership race for the incoming 11th Parliament has so far attracted several candidates who include Jacob Oboth, Betty Amongin, Muhammadin Seriko, Theodore Sechkubo, among others.
Teachers are demanding for the digitalisation of the national curriculum to achieve the long-awaited e-learning strategy. Teachers say digitalisation should start from the teachers' training institutions to produce exposed and knowledgeable teachers. This was during the end of a 3-day third National Teacher Education Symposium at Silver Springs, Bukolobi.
The Ministry of Education and Sports is strategizing to transform the teaching profession and the learning environment for globally competitive human resource.
We expect to come up with affordable and viable ICT applications for promotion of digitized learning. We expect to have strategies for influencing parents' attitudes towards digitized learning.
To achieve the much-desired e-learning of the Ugandan education sector, practitioners call for the robust curriculum digitization in the higher institutions to produce digital-exposed trainers to enrich learners' adoption.
CTC, UNEP, and other national examination bodies should start the journey. Chamberlain University in particular, and the other universities must go digital in the curriculum development for teachers, implementation, and assessment of the teachers, because we are seeing the teacher.
In this third-year National Teacher Education Symposium, many recommendations are made to meet the aspirations of the education sector.
We expect strategies to promote development of ICT projects geared towards digitized teaching and learning.
First begin with the traditional instructional materials in classrooms. A person from as far as the other side where you know, and the other side in the village is able to practice ICTs, and then later we shall adapt into other complicated instruction strategies.
The State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. John Kurizesto Muyingo, says the National Teachers Policy is about to be completed.
My prayers, professional teachers, all of us who are involved in the teaching, we must professionalize our profession. We must rebrand our profession. We must create pride in the profession. And as a country, we must be proud of a digitally competent and a professional teaching force for the 21st century skills.
UBC Lunchtime News takes a short break, but returns after these messages.
The day the world stopped was the day we found where to go. From now on, we are not going to leave anything on our plates, because we've learned to savor the moments that were always there, and they never tasted this good.
Stay connected to the largest 4G network in Uganda, anytime, anywhere, using the Airtel 4G Pocket MiFi, available at only 123,000 Uganda shillings. This comes with 15 GB free, valid for a month. You can connect up to 10 users at a go and still enjoy a shared yet unmatched internet experience. Dial *175*9# to activate free 15 GB. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to get one today. Airtel, the smartphone network. Airtel is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are here recording for a global broadcast called Good Friday, and you have to mark your calendar. It's all going down Friday, April 2nd. It's going to be incredible and encouraging, so I want to encourage you to join us. It's going to be awesome. Mark your calendar, grab your friends, grab your family, post it on socials, hashtag Good Friday 21.
Kwatesimu! For the first time in Uganda, anyone and everyone can own a smartphone and pay for it in daily, weekly, and monthly installments for a period of a year. To check if you're eligible for the offer, dial *284*49# today. You also enjoy free 500 MB on the purchased phone every month for the entire loan repayment period. Uganda Nyuma! Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back from the break, and we're glad that you're still watching UBC Lunchtime News. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto. Now, in our business news, it is a year now since Uganda's transport sector felt the impact of COVID-19, save for export sector that remained operating economic stability. The country has, however, since overcome this fear after the coronavirus curve went flat, although experts seem to be worried of the emerging laxity in the implementation of SOPs in public places.
The transport sector that was identified as a major agent in the transmission of COVID-19 was the first to be slapped with a lockdown on March 18, 2020, as part of the measures in the presidential directives to counter the spread of the pandemic. International passenger flights were stopped. Inland road transport movements were also put to a halt, hence paralyzing the entire transport industry, save for trucks and air cargo flights, whose role remained crucial to the micro and macroeconomic stability of Uganda and the region at large. In what was a lacuna in tightening the enforcement of the lockdown on the transport sector, on March 22nd, 2020, the first COVID-19 case was reported at Entebbe International Airport involving a Ugandan who had just landed at the airport from a business trip in Dubai. Health Minister Dr. Ruth Acheng alerted the country on the outbreak. This called for more adjustments in the SOPs that had been announced in the presidential directives to manage the transport sector. First, public transport means were stopped. Even when the lockdown on the public transport sector was eased, a matatu that used to carry 14 passengers was compelled to carry only 7 passengers to maintain social distancing, while avoid to touch surfaces of the body, handshaking and walls of buildings was crucial in the fight. In public places like taxi parks and terminal routes for coaches plying up country, hand-washing facilities like water cans containing radiant like sanitizers were provided.
Engaging different sectors and transport inclusive, and we distributed hand-washing facilities to all our transport terminals.
Although operators of taxi parks and bus terminals had started complying to the Ministry of Health regulations with the procurement of temperature guns to measure temperature and enforcing wearing of face masks, still the lockdown on the transport sector was extended for more 4 months. This not only affected the sector, but had far-reaching consequences on the mechanical conditions of the vehicles that had been parked for a long time.
The Minister for Works and Transport, General Edward Katumba Wamala, has applauded Toyota Uganda for supporting National Road Safety Campaign and creating employment opportunities to the youth. He says Toyota investment is in line with Uganda's Vision 2040, which acknowledges the challenges of youth unemployment in Uganda. This was contained in the speech read for him by the ministry's Principal Assistant Secretary Muhammad Sewante at the launch of the newly Suzuki Vitara Breezer car at Toyota Uganda head office in industrial area Kampala.
It was a colourful event at Toyota Uganda head office industrial area in Kampala as Toyota partnered with Suzuki Motors Corporation to launch a new fuel-efficient Vitara Breezer. This 1.5-litre four-wheel drive compact utility vehicle launch was concurrently held with unveiling a modernized solar-powered facility to accommodate all the franchises under Toyota brands, including Hino. The Principal Assistant Secretary at the Ministry of Works and Transport, Mohamed Sewante, who represented his minister, explained that the partnership is good gesture towards creating more employment opportunities.
Therefore, I would like to thank Toyota Uganda for creating employment opportunities for our youth over the last 15 years. Fuel-efficient vehicles are therefore of paramount interest in order to optimize this expenditure.
His ambassador to Uganda, Fukuzawa Hidemoto, said the partnership will boost Uganda's National Road Safety Campaign, which aims at reducing road accidents.
They are also focusing on vocational training, I understand, and you try to educate the young people to get into the society, which is very, very helpful.
The managing director, Toyota Uganda, Mahmoud Omar, said the initiative aims at promoting safety on the road, boost business prospects and establish a vehicle assembling plant to meet the anticipated market demands.
The facility supplements our Namante branch in Kampala. It has all the what we call 3S facility, which is sales of vehicles, after sales and parts, and it will also be the maybe to improve access to our customers for all the products that we sell.
And now into sports. Uganda's national netball team, the She Cranes, registered its first victory at the Spa Challenge Tri-Nations Netball Tournament in South Africa. The She Cranes overcame Namibia's Desert Jewels 49-28 in a game. Joan Nampogu was named Most Valuable Player. She captains Stella Oyela believes that this particular feat will enable the team in upcoming engagements, starting with a date against the Spa Baby Proteas at the Cape Town Convention Centre. For starters, this Tri-Nations Netball Tournament has 5 teams contesting a triple round robin, whose winner will be known next week.
According to yesterday's game, yesterday we lost a bit, but we went back, relaxed, and we set our minds for today's game, and we still need more and more wins because we came here to compete, not to participate. That's our motto, and we are going to show a good play. We are still showing you a good play, and our girls, our players, they are still ready to compete in this tournament.
Yeah. Today's game, we have improved a lot according to yesterday's game. Yesterday's game, we relaxed a little bit according to the injuries we got on the court. We went back and we do analysis, and we found out that we did some silly mistakes, but we went and organized it. That's why today we came when we are strong and to give all what we had and what coaches gave us. That's why we had to come in court strongly to see that today's game, we had to win it.
And with that, we come to the end of this newscast. Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto.
It's no secret that ICT makes learning easy.
The strides made in our field could not be possible without it.
And now we can watch our favorite show.
My radio is my best friend.
UCC provides an enabling regulatory environment and policy guidance for healthy competition. We also facilitate ease of doing business in the communications sector through licensing, standardization, spectrum management, tariff regulation, rural communication development, and consumer empowerment. An informed consumer is an empowered consumer. UCC supports local content and innovations. Driving the development of a robust communication sector in Uganda is Uganda Communications Commission.
Beyond Beauty Parlor and Spa, your beautification destination, we believe in suitable beauty. We offer pedicure and manicure, makeup, hairstyling, plating, weaving, dreadlocks, massage, waxing, facial and body scrub, name it. We also offer additional services like honeymoon packages, hiring venues, and vehicles for brides and grooms. Training interns from different beauty schools. We are located on Uganda House, ground floor 5.